This is a follow-up to the Dual 1219 that I worked on in the last video, where I spent a lot of time fixing the mechanism that somebody else had monkeyed around with, but I couldn't get it to shut off. More hours have been wasted on this, but I found the solution. I want to show you what I found and how to fix it. Here's a quick follow-up to the Dual 1219. I spent much more time on this thing to figure out what was causing it to not operate properly, and I'll show you guys what I found. I got to show it to you from under the chassis though, but there it's playing. It still doesn't have a proper needle on it, so I can't play any music. When it gets over to the end, it's going to pick up, going to return, going almost all the way back, close enough. More importantly, the motor shuts off. You see? Now I'll show you where it was hanging up. If you look right up in here, I'll try and point it out. Where am I here? This little copper spring was bent down slightly and it was catching the tone arm. And that's what trips for the auto stop, and it was resting on the tone arm. There was no clearance there when it did the auto stop cycle, so the tone arm, with it touching up against this, was preventing the switch from shutting off in automatic operation. There was a bit of a warp there. Whoever serviced this thing before bent the part slightly, and I was able to just get it through very careful adjustments. I was able to get the bend out of it enough that it now operates correctly as was demonstrated. So I just wanted to show you guys what I found and what was causing this thing to not operate. If you guys would like to see what this thing looks like from the bottom when it operates, I'll show you. We'll just operate the mechanism in the auto mode. So here it goes. You'll see the little stirrer pimple back here, right up there. That's moving it over to the play position. And now it's playing the record. And then as the record plays, you'll see the tone arm moves. And when it gets to the end of the record, it trips. There's another adjustment here too that's on the bottom. I've shown it in other ones, but there's a little adjustment screw that you can adjust that adjusts the pickup point. But there it brings it back. And you'll hear the motor shut off in a second. There you go. And when you pick the arm up manually, what happens, if I can zoom in again here, hopefully this thing will focus. When you pick it up manually, it catches that little, see the spring there in the middle of the screen? That's what turns the switch on. And then when you bring it back, that's what turns the switch off. That is how these things work. A very complicated little mechanism, actually, and that's because that's copper, right? The other pieces of it are steel, but that's copper, and it's easy to deform it if you're servicing it and you're cleaning it. So if you're taking one of these units apart to clean it, don't be too aggressive on the cleaning, because that little thin copper strip bends really easy, and all it has to be out is out by a millimeter. And if I stop it manually by just picking up the tone arm, it shuts off. So I'll run it through the mechanism automatically. Well, even if I do it manually, I pick it up, it'll start playing, right? And I stop it, it'll stop, as you can see. If I start it up automatically, and if I want to stop it, it'll sit there, but there's no tip on the needle, so it's not playing anything, or no tip on the stylus. Turn it to stop. Just for the hell of it, I'll just make sure that we'll put it on 45 and to a 7-inch record. It should move over to the 7-inch position here, no problem. There you go. And when the record finishes, and we'll try the 78, which is 10-inch. Inch, 78. There you go. Good as new. So there you go. The Duo 1219 lives. Thanks for watching.